This is JR's OldMan, and I'm going to take you along with completing the Fuse No More 404 mission. First of all, once we go inside the Fuse's throne layer, I gumball up, and I give all of my nanos a gumball because the 15% extra heal is very handy. The run gives me slightly faster, and then it also gives me a 23% more fusion matter from my nano. I'm keeping up the blast on nano, which is Buttercup here, because she gives me a 20%, along with my boost, which I have, which you can't see in this screen. She gives me another 20% damage bonus. So you have to kill 12 of these Doomstriders. The tricky part here is that there's a lot of fusion matter on the ground. There are some big bald spots on the ground, some safe spots, and that's what I try and navigate to. And from there, then I try to attack. Either that or I hit, and then I retreat back to draw them to me, so I'm not taking double damage. The 1/10 of my hit points from the fusion matter on the ground, plus the attack from the Doomstrider. Here I have two in my sights, so I switch over to a Shattergun so I can deal with both of them. And what's interesting here is you can see the difference between the Shattergun and the rifle's distance. When I was using the Shattergun, I couldn't get that final guy in my sights, but when I switched over to the rifle, it gave me just that much more distance that I was able to hit him without moving. So the rifle does have a greater range. I always take the second from the right. It's just my tradition. Normally when I'm doing this, I'm taking people on a tour here. So I come over here where there's only one Doomstrider, I kill it, and then let whoever I'm escorting in to kill Fuse. Here, so I just did this. I could have gone to the other area level. This section is actually more dense with fusion matter on the ground, so it's tougher to find a spot. I'm pretty much keeping my heal nano up all the time to keep myself healed, but to find a safe spot here is tough. I only have to kill 3 of these guys because I got 9 in the first section, so it's kind of a race between healing myself and killing the last 3. One of the things I could have done is, if I was getting into real trouble, is I could have gone and stood right next to Jack, because next to an NPC, if you stand right next to him, there is no fusion matter on the ground. So if you're ever really desperate, you can go next to an NPC and you know that's a safe area. Now let's bounce up and look for Fuse. And I again take the right one. That's just my tradition. Doesn't matter where you go. I'm going to show you what not to do a little bit here. And I get a little too close to Fuse and he starts spamming me with stun. What you want to do is you want to stay at maximum rifle distance and keep firing. Now luckily in the first 2 segments, Fuse is an adaptium, so I can use my Cosmic Nano, which is my heal nano here, to get my 20% damage bonus on him. First you kill his body, oops, then his right arm detaches, and you have to watch out for that. He's spamming stun a lot too. So you move to the maximum rifle distance. There, I finally moved to the good spot. Then the next section, don't turn your back on me. Then you fight his body again. That's not too hard. Basically, this is just 5 bosses you're killing. Then you have to fight his left arm. Now, the good thing about the last segment of his body. Now here I'm having a hard time targeting him. If you notice, you can't see the reticule. I'm having a hard time saying, where the heck are you, boy, to fight you? But since he cannot heal, which one of his other segments can, he's pretty easy to kill. And at this point, then, the big bad green is dead, and I'm trying to bring up Dance so I can do the obligatory kill Fuse and dance on his grave dance. This is JR's OldMan, and I hope you enjoyed our little tour of Fuse. Bye now.